Good morning, everyone. My name is Governor Kristi Noem, and I'm so thrilled to see all of you here this morning. Thank you for being here to honor such a special occasion where we sign a bill that will define anti-Semitism and how we can continue to make sure that we're standing against acts of hatred and standing in solidarity with our Israeli community and the Jewish people. We are going to have a few speakers to share with us some history, some culture, some reasons that we need to have this type of legislation, not just here in South Dakota, but across the country. And I'm just so honored by all the special guests that have traveled to be with us today. We have had guests travel all across the United States of America and from overseas to be here, to be a part of this ceremony and this bill signing. And for me personally, it is very, very touching. I've got friends here I have known from Israel that I have known for over a decade, that I've worked on policy with when I was a state legislature, when I was in Congress, and now as governor. To sign a bill like this into law that will be an example to the nation is a very powerful thing for South Dakota to do. So I would like to open the ceremony first by asking our rabbi, who was our very first rabbi that the state of South Dakota was gifted with, Rabbi Mendel Alperwitz, to come on up and to greet all of you and share with you some thoughts and some words and wisdom. If you would welcome him, please, that would be wonderful.
Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the Most High, and Yahweh Shai is the Messiah, the only begotten Son of the Most High, which these are the true names of the Most High and His only begotten Son in the ancient Hebrew tongue, in Lashon Kodash, which means holy language. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the upcoming elders that rule well, that teach well of Great Millstone, which I am not a member of Great Millstone, but I do perceive these men to be the true prophets and teachers that the Lord have positioned to feed the people knowledge and understanding. And I say this, a lot of times, at the beginning of my videos, to basically, basically declare who your prophets is, who your teachers is, and I believe this, according to, to my faith, and according to, to my experience of listening to these men. I believe what is, said, from this body, or from Great Millstone, shall I say, is worthy to believe, to be believed, and it's sound, it's wholesome, So I believe these men to be the true prophets, because only prophets can do that. As Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai said, you shall know them by their fruits. One of the main ways to discern a man, or to recognize whether a man is of the Lord or not, is if or by what they teach, shall I say, But anyways, let me move on. I want to give peace and blessings unto the elect, the house of David, the 144,000 men, whoever you may be, and salute and shalom to the fellow laborers pushing this truth. My name is Zakaria, and as the video that you just saw at the beginning of this lesson, is ultimately a woman who is being directed by Trump to be, I think, Homeland. She is, directed to be the new Secretary of Homeland Security by the newly elected President Trump. And she's basically, at one of her conferences, basically announced that she intends to implement a nationwide anti-Semitism law, which is not her, This is not only her intent, but those behind her. This is their instrument. This is their design, which ultimately can lead up to prophecy. In fact, just to, jump straight into the scriptures, Lord willing, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 17. It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman representing Israel, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which is who? You elect. Which the majority, or let me say this, let me put it like this. The great bulk of the elect is here in America. Right, but you have elect scattered amongst the nations. But it says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, with you elect. Esau, he will oppose and come against you saints, man, you believers. By way of harsh and bitter laws, legislations that may lead to your imprisonment. That may lead to your persecution. To your suffering. To your grief. It says, which keep the commandments of the Most High, and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, Mashiach. So this is major prophecy that we will see unfold before us, that we will experience, and some more than others. Because it's prophesied that some of you elect will be imprisoned, will be literally put to death by way of decapitation. But this can also connect to what? The prophecy in the book of Amos pertaining to the famine of hearing the word. We're coming to a time where Esau, he will come against his own constitution. The constitution that pertains to the freedom of speech. The freedom to exercise your religion. He will break his own oaths, and this is ultimately, how this man moves. That's how he moved for a long time. He's known for breaking his vows, his treaties, his leagues with other nations, even the things that he, initiated. The vows or the promises of, the treaties that he initiated. It's commonly known that he's he's a damn truce breaker, and that's basically what the Constitution is. So Esau, he's about to show, his satanic side. He's gonna show you who the devil is. In fact, from there I want to go to the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 12. It says, therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous. And this is the mind of Esau. Because he is not for our turn. Right? And ultimately, Esau's main enemies is ultimately Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. right? But below Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you can include the angels. Right below them is what you Israelites. Even below the Israelites, you know, is right your regular old conspiracy theorists. Those who reject this man's new world order. This man's agenda. Which Esau calls people like that, dissidents. Look that word up. Dissidents. And that's ultimately what Esau want to do. Generally, he want to ultimately make anybody who would put up a resistance, a struggle. He really want to make them fall or fail. And that's something that he intends to do in these last days. So it's not only Israelites, but anybody who oppose. It says because he's not for a turn. So you saw his eyes, it said, against you saints, because you're not for his turn. It says, and he is clean contrary to our doings. And ultimately, and that's the thing, man, the elect will not take the microchip, man. The elect will not take the mark. They will not worship the image of the beast. They will not participate in any way, shape, or form in this man's beast system. And because of that, some of you will have to suffer for that righteousness. For, that good. It says, an objective to our infamy, the transgression of our. It says he upbraideth us with our offending of the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgressing of our education. He professeth to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord. And that's what you saints are doing. It says he was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us, even to behold, and that have never changed. When a prophet was sent to prophesy against many kingdoms, many countries, many kings, they have always, was seen like, or it was always considered to be what? Unbearable, heavy, something that you don't want to see, something that you don't want to hear. And that's what the prophets are. Right? Because ultimately these words that's being spoken is a terrible sound unto the wicked, unto Esau, unto the unbeliever, unto these nations, unto this kingdom, man, America. It's a terrible, utterance. And it's grievous. It says, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. So this is, going into the mind of the wicked, concerning the righteous, and this mind Esau has, So of course he's gonna, oppose church in these last days, man. We in the final time. Ain't no getting out of this place. Ain't no, salvation without tribulation. That's the reality, man. But we're coming to a time, man, where he's gonna completely disregard you people. And this is, this is a warning. This is prophecy to all. We're coming to a time when he's going to completely disregard you people, generally, especially, which the rich, you know, they have their you know, they have their position, what they call it, Salakia. Bear with me. Well, the rich, they may not suffer as the poor. Let me just put it like that. But, the working class, the poor, the needy, the widows, those who pay their taxes, those who, are burdened, in the society, man, you are going to be the ones suffering the most, because Esau is going to disregard your life, right? Because ultimately, a lot of people are going to die in the process of Esau fulfilling his, his New World Order schemes, his agenda, depopulation. And even if he's not directly intending to cut the number of the people down short, the elites, either way, you people will die in the process, I want to get the book of Isaiah, chapter 33. Isaiah chapter 33, verse 8. It says, the highways lie waste. Yup. When Esau, activate those military troops, which, I came across, a theory, or, a theory, saying, concerning this new administration basically planning to use illegal immigrants, for the military, basically giving, illegal immigrants the option, be deported or join the military, and that's the only way you can stay, and that's something that Esau may do. Now, imagine, military troops, who are native and foreign, Africans, Mexicans, Chinese, So it's gonna come a time when he's gonna activate those military troops, and when these prophecies come to pass, a lot of dead bodies gonna be in the streets, the streets are gonna be empty of men. It prophesies that in the book of Esdras, second Esdras, it's gonna be void of men. The streets is gonna be lonely because it's gonna be that much of death and ultimately, just evil out there. Either people are gonna be dead and trying to escape or hiding, man. And that's the environment that the Lord is about to create here in America. And not just in America, It says, the wayfaring man seizeth. That's the point. He hath broken the covenant. Yup, he's going to come against his own constitution, man. He have despised the cities. He regardeth no man. So Esau, man, he's about to come against all, even you saints. All dissidents, all opposition, on all fronts. And the famine of hearing the word, You know, this man may very well put restrictions on different types of content on the internet, man, on social media. You know, so we gonna have to see. You know, but I'm close out on that, Lord willing. This lesson is edifying. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles, to the elder bishops, and upcoming elders that rule well, that teach well, of great millstone, peace and blessings unto the elect. All praise and honor and glory be to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Shalom.